what's going on, guys? Lawson with Custom Offsets. We're down here in Florida still, and we had to go see our guys at Wicked Suspension, and they actually tossed me the keys to the 2018 and the 2019 F250. Now, as you see, the 2018 is rocking a 10-inch lift. The 2019 is rocking their 3.5-inch premium. We'll get into all that. Let's check them out. All right, guys, so let's hop into it. Obviously, as we bring you guys more Wicked content for you guys and we add their kits to our website, we just want to bring you guys as much content as possible so you guys can be aware, as Wicked Suspension is growing in popularity by quite a bit. So all the guys were super cool to let me take their trucks out. And starting off with this one, this is their 3.5-inch. Obviously, in order to fit this wheel and tire package, they did have to slap that 3.5-inch premium kit in there, which looks beautiful. They paint to match. Everything looks super, super well. We are gonna be bringing you guys a Truth About series about Wicked Suspension, along with some other information about their kit, so stay tuned for that. Talking wheels and tires. So starting with the wheels, these are some 22x12 forces wrapped in the Grappler G2s and a 35 12.5. Super solid option. When we were driving this thing around, there was absolutely no clearance issues, especially with the 3.5-inch kit. Full clearance, you can fit 22x12s and 35s. So that was super cool to see. Moving down the side, you guys do see there is some tint. Obviously, down here in Florida, there's a lot of sunlight. You got to tint your windows, stay cool. All right, so in the rear, we have the U-bolts, the block, and then actually helper bags. That way, if you guys are towing your boat, towing your camper, towing anything, you have those helper bags in the rear. Rounding it out, there is a topper on top, color match, looks beautiful. Overall, this thing is a solid freaking rig, man. You see the Cervini hood up top. We love our Cervini hood on our K350, and it was super cool to see that they also have one on their F250 here on this 3.5-inch lifted F250. So let's move on to the big one. Obviously, this probably catches your guys' eye. This thing is huge. This is actually a 10-inch kit, which we were pretty surprised when we found out that was only 10 inches. I shouldn't say only 10 inches because 10 inches is a big kit, but overall, this thing sits really freaking high. So moving in, obviously, in order to fit this enormous wheel and tire package on this truck, they stuffed in their 10-inch 4-link kit. Now, there are a ton of components, but you guys can find out everything that comes with these kits on our website. I'm not gonna go into every little detail because honestly, we're about minutes before we get kicked out of this location. So we gotta make this fast. It is their Colossal Kit. Wicked offers 3 different like tubular finishes or different manufacturing and design to their kits. And this is gonna be the Colossal. So it's got like that big tube and it looks super, super good. Obviously Wicked everywhere. You see it does. So they have their 10-inch soft ride springs as well as their 2.5 series mono shocks as well. It's got the Fox Shock dual steering stabilizer up front as well. All right, moving down the side, you got your power steps, you got your tint, like I said. The power steps, because this thing is huge, you gotta be able to get into it. And also the tint. Actually, Jordan was telling me a pretty funny story about how he like puts his parents up in the back seat of this thing and they gotta be able to hop up in here. I thought that was super funny and just proves you guys need your power steps. So moving down in the rear, obviously, once again, you still have your 4-link kit, you have your rear block, you have your U-bolts, and also your mono shocks in the rear. All right, then to finalize everything out in the rear, they have their VPR bumpers, paint to match. These things look beautiful. You've got your cubes, you've got all sorts of different lights on these bumpers. Actually, when they were driving in front of us when we were shooting rollers, it was actually pretty crazy to see just how these lights light up when they're on the brakes and everything like that. And to see that it's color matched, this thing looks fantastic. Moving up the side to finalize everything, they've paint to match all of their badging as well as the VPR front bumper with the cubes and light bar up front. All right, so obviously once they lift it, they stuffed in some 2414 American Force Quantums. These things look fantastic, and also they've got their Toyo Open Country in the 40/15.5 R24. This is a massive wheel and tire setup, and it looks super good on this 10-inch lifted Super Duty. All right, then to finalize everything, guys, we got the VPR front bumpers, got cubes, got light bars. Just really rounds out the front end on this huge lifted Super Duty. That's pretty much gonna wrap up our dual spotlight. Once again, big thanks to Wicked for letting us take the keys out on the 2018 and 2019 Super Duty. If you guys are interested in Wicked kits, you can find those at customoffsets.com along with any wheel, tire, suspension, and accessory. We'll see you guys in the next one.